Let me give you guys a little story of how all this took place. Parental discretion is advised as usual. So, I know for a fact that I've been trolled since at least '88. As the project manager, when we first got evicted out of the projects, the transition was to go into the slums. From there was when they took the check. 124 was my address. Not far after that, they began to finish Rattan off because the paperwork and shit had already been signed before we moved. And when you're under the influence of the drugs that they were on, your ass really not focused on that. Plus, you already have a little chicken change coming in to keep your high going. It totally went over their heads. But he was already damn near dying, and we didn't know it. Like I said, I was really young. But we can't ignore the disrespect that came with it, because I had a lot of responsibilities regardless of my age. I handled all of that shit. My last stretch was 10 years, damn near no homelessness. How the fuck am I homeless and I built a whole house from the ground up? A single parent the whole motherfucking time. You can't say these people didn't strategically set this shit up. I'm not crazy. Whoever signed this stamp and put my shit in the embezzlement, it's a lot of charges to be that accumulated. Attempted murder, that shit is crazy. Graveyard magic, for real. These people wanted to play in the graveyard so bad. Why can't they be there? Why am I the bad guy when I mention that? And as I was getting my things together, if you want the cat, you can come and get it. I will politely hand that shit back over to whomever wanted to supply the monitoring spirit. I love my kitty now. She broke a lot of fears, and I brought her back from the dead. Like these people tried to do to whatever the fuck. I don't know if somebody called me a bitch or they said I wasn't getting shit. But I deserve it. It's mine. Regardless of what the fuck ever anybody's trying to use as a counterattack against it, you can't beat that. Like I said, it ain't about no likes. And after all of that shit, how the fuck I'm gonna be able to trust anybody? It is creepy. You can't trust people as far as you can see them. But I have been being followed. And, another thing that I'll get to on the next video. How are people allowed to get away with shit like this? I can't be what they want me to be. I had to grow up and be just like me. Remember when babies were little and they spit the food out that you tried to give them that they didn't like? That's the same shit that's happening now. Only difference is I'm not a baby. I take care of all of my business. I'm not disrespectful to people. I know when I came online, everything that tried to be in on it, like I said, they even had kids trolling. Them voodoo dolls and shit, that shit real. And it's no cap to the man when, back some videos, I don't forget how long, but the reason why that song wasn't meant to be stood on by me is because that's the one that they was trying to, when they was partying, sniffing that cocaine and shit, getting them, taking my garments and whatever else item they obtained to make those voodoo dolls against me. because I love music. But when I play, when certain things play back, it put certain people in a stance to where it was, and it's like, oh shit, yeah. Because I can recall instances, it's like it just happened with these people that would make me be like, you would fuck them up. If they did that shit to you, you probably wouldn't have had, you would have had a impulsive reaction. Like I said, I work wholeheartedly. I put my best foot forward on everything. If you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. That shouldn't even be a problem. In my personal space, that shit is real crazy. Like, whatever decisions I make in my personal space is mine. Nobody can make that shit. Should be able to make no shit like that for no adult. That won't make you an adult then. And I don't care how much money people were promised to, try to concrete their lie, to sink their lies, to try to make them stay. It's a goddamn lie, and real niggas know it. That's why this shit is fucked up. It was supposed to be exposed. When it came to that shit, the fucking grandson's ransom. Sometimes when I think of that shit, my motherfucking right side start hurting. Think about how they put that shit together. And I know about people getting married from when this shit took place. And this is just in the 90s, the late 90s, when he passed away. So in the transition of the early teenage to the later teenage years, I was basically raising a baby, taking care of a chaotic household. We had everybody in there. And y'all tried to call me crazy. The whole people was out there getting paid to call me crazy. I'm like, yo, no, I'm just not gonna let you bully me and, try to trick me into being with your dumb shit. If I want to do some dumb shit, I could do it by myself. I don't need nobody trying to coerce me into making decisions for anything. Only thing you could do is give me resources where shit can get done. This is ridiculous. I really need my money, you guys. And you wouldn't tell me that after all the shit that all of the shit that they done did to me, because it's in there. And that ain't even half. You know how much balls it take to still step outside to want a motherfucker, your enemy dead? And it's not even funny. That's crazy. People who did this shit for money. Green with envy. They sacrificed everything. That shit was not supposed to sit upon me. Come and get this cat. I'll be back.